In your book, you write that you were forced, in a sense, or instructed to repeat fourth grade.
I got left back. Yes.
Overheard your parents through a kitchen window. Your dad's voice was matter of fact. Give it up, Janet. The boy just ain't smart.
Right.
He's not going anywhere. Accept it. And you took that as a responsibility to change his thinking.
Yes.
First question, how did that feel when you heard that?
It was devastating. When you're a boy in fourth grade and your own father doesn't believe in you, and that's something that he verbalized to your mother in a fashion that was encouraging her to give up on me before my life even started. It definitely was devastating, but there were things that I was able to peel from it that ultimately inspired me and propelled me to where I am today. Number one, I had the greatest mother in the world who refused to give up on me. God rest her soul. She passed away in 2017. She was always my biggest cheerleader. She was always the greatest woman I've ever known in my life. And so you had that. I had that at my disposal. Number two, I had her inspiring me never to give up on myself. And number three, because he doubted me, it incentivized me to prove him wrong. And that mentality that I had towards him is something that I carried with me throughout my life, moving forward, high school, college, the professional ranks. It doesn't matter what challenge you put in front of my face. The number one thing you could do to inspire me was to doubt me, because I was going to be incentivized to prove you wrong, because it was something that I was accustomed to doing throughout my entire life and doing so successfully.
We're going to flip it.
Sure.
Because you do your thing. You're so good at it. We're going to flip it.
Okay.
And look at presidents playing sports.
Okay.
And get you on that.
All right.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
24.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Break them down.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the J from Barack Obama was pretty sweet. I mean, to shoot it from the left, from the right side, he's a lefty, and to net it like that, like he said, that's what he does. He's got that style, that kind of style, that kind of swag. I got to give President Obama some love, but I also got to give George W. Bush some love. For it to be, I actually got to put him first, and here's why.
You put him above Obama.
In this regard.
Making news
Obama
tonight.
was just leaving, and just somebody handed him basketball, and he drained it. When George W. Bush went on the mound and threw that strike right down the middle, it was right after 9/11. It was a lot of pressure. He had to go out there, and he had to make sure he did it right, with thousands watching in attendance, tens of thousands watching in attendance, and millions watching across the country, if not across the world. That man walked on the mound, and I would dare say one could easily argue, considering his presidency in some people's eyes, that was his finest moment. I mean, think about it. That was his finest moment. I mean, think about it. There has never been universal praise for him.
I see what
people had one way or another about him, depending on which side you were. But that night, when he walked on that mound at Yankee Stadium in a playoff game and threw it right down the middle, let me tell you something. A lot of people, there wasn't a single person in this country rooting against George W. Bush at that moment, and he showed up.
And you showed up. There it is. Stephen A. Smith, thank you.